Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Locker Room, our weekly podcast where we talk about all of the student athletes in our area and all the wonderful things that they are doing. I am Stan Gravois. He is Dustin Robichaud. Hello, my friend. How are you this Monday morning?
I'm great, Stan. Happy No Dirty Dishes Day.
No dirty dishes. I listen, somebody doesn't have. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Is there a background story
Yeah, well,
to this?
supposedly it's a day that, for one, you're supposed to either get takeout, eat on paper plates, or if you have dishes in your sink, you wash the dishes. So, regardless,
Have been eating on paper plates a lot lately.
No Dirty Dishes Day.
No dirty. I hope everybody has a wonderful May 18th, No Dirty Dishes Day. I would like to add, this is our last program for the school session. As we often do, we take a hiatus during the summer months, and we're going to do just that as all of our sports are wrapped up. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association finished with its last event this past weekend, and that was certainly the baseball championships, which we'll talk about in just a little while. Interestingly enough, and I don't even know if you know this, Dustin, next year, baseball championships are going to be played on May 29th. We're sitting May 18th right now. Think about that, folks. May 29th is when the baseball championships are going to play. To add sort of insult to injury, this past Saturday, Vanderbilt Catholic was playing for a state championship in baseball. They graduated that same day. So the 5 seniors on that team did not have the opportunity to graduate with the rest of their class because they were in Sulphur playing in a state baseball championship. And what I'd like to do is just take the time. You're looking at a picture here of those young men. Unfortunately, Vanderbilt did not come up with the state championship, but there are the 5 seniors in cap and gown with the baseball team immediately after the state championship game. I want to name those guys: Spencer Gilbo, Jonas Bergeron, Thomas LeConte, Andre Lepere, and Jace Jarbo. Congratulations on both graduating, which is first and foremost, by the way, and then on playing one heck of a game where he came up just short against St. Charles Catholic in the 3rd game of a 3-game series. That was on Saturday in Sulphur. And I guess, my sort of bone to pick is that the LHSAA is just not taking into consideration the full academic part of what these kids go through and why they're there. And again, unfortunately, they couldn't graduate. Now, listen, these 5 kids have a story to tell their grandkids, 50 years from now. Hey, I didn't graduate with my class. I actually was playing in the state baseball championship that day. But it's probably not the way it should be. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, I feel like somebody could have rescheduled.
Well, the LHSA claims that they put out this schedule a while back, and then the high schools are like, well, we put out our schedule in like 1899 when our high school started. We graduate on this particular day, the 3rd Saturday, or whatever the case may be. Since then, it's just sort of a snafu. And listen, CCA, who also came up a little short in the state championship game, they were lucky because in most years in Single A, which is Division 4, they would have been playing a state championship game on Saturday too. They put them earlier because they only had to play single games instead of 3-game series. So their state championship game was on Wednesday. But CCA, if it would have been like in the past, would have been playing on Saturday. Guess who graduated on Saturday also? CCA. So CCA's 4 seniors, they wouldn't have been able to. And now you're going to look at a picture of the kids from CCA who are seniors. So congratulations to them. Mason Dudak, Owen Trosclair, Peyton Trosclair, and Lucas Lawley. Congratulations on a wonderful year. They came up 1 game short. Their nemesis, Ouachita Christian, did them in the final game. That was last Wednesday. But congratulations to these 4 young men who graduated on Saturday. So CCA and Vanderbilt both graduated on Saturday. Luckily for those kids from CCA, they were able to be there. Unfortunately for the kids from Vanderbilt Catholic, they were not. By the way, the Vanderbilt series was phenomenal. St. Charles Catholic won the first game on Thursday. It was a 1-run game. Then they play on Friday night, and Vanderbilt comes up the victor. And then they play for all of the marbles on Saturday. and Vanderbilt was actually up by a run. There were 2 out for St. Charles Catholic in the 7th inning. There was only 1 pitch left. It was a 3-2 count, and a young man who hadn't gotten a hit in the entire tournament comes up, hits a double, drives in a run to tie the game. They actually take the lead on that double because there were 2 guys on base. And St. Charles holds on for dear life in the 7th inning. They win at 6-5. So they, congratulations to St. Charles Catholic, but a great year by Vanderbilt Catholic, obviously, also. So Vanderbilt Catholic and CCA both in state championship games come up just a little bit short. And listen, Central Catholic played really well all year long, and then they lose to Ouachita Christian, who, again, seems to be the nemesis of everybody down here in South Louisiana, but a great season of baseball for everybody. I would say as we wrap things up, Dustin, a good general season where everything was relatively safe. We didn't have any sort of catastrophes along the year, no hurricanes. If we go back to football season, just recapping.
That is true.
Yeah, we've made it through things pretty well. Had a lot of really good efforts in track and field. Obviously, South Lafourche winning the boys division and Quad A, 4A, and that's awesome. Hadn't done that ever before in school history. Vanderbilt Catholic softball team, a state championship. E.D. White swimming teams and their cross-country teams, state championships. Just a lot of really good efforts across the board for everybody. Vanderbilt almost getting there in football. And we expect a lot of that coming up this next coming school season. So again, we are taking a little hiatus. Anything I'm forgetting? Because we have like about a 2-month break here.
No, I think we're good, Stan.
I put you on the spot when I said
You
that.
did.
The only thing I'm going to miss is every Monday you have to send me what the day is, right? I could pass on Dirty Dishes Day, but when it's like Celebrate Your Wife Day and things like that, those are good days.
I'll keep that in mind, Stan.
Very good, very good. We hope you guys have a terrific summer. Be safe. Football season is right around the corner. So many activities in the summer, too, that we just can't put our thumb on because between 7-on-7 football, AAU basketball, the high schools having their own basketball leagues. There's a soccer league this summer, swampland baseball. The kids are going to be busy, not necessarily affiliated with their high schools, but they are going to be busy, and we wish them well. Hope everybody stays safe, and we'll see you next school year. Take care, everybody.